Good afternoon. I would like to call the regular monthly meeting to order. Would everyone please rise for the prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance?
Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you today grateful for the way in which you continually bless this board and school district. We are hopeful that those in our family have weathered this cold without major concern, and we ask that you continue to watch over all of us, helping us stay warm and safe in our homes. Please be with this board as they elect new leaders for the coming year, and bless those that are chosen with the wisdom and diligence necessary to keep our district moving forward. For these things in your name we pray.
Mr. England, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please, Ms. Voce.
Mrs. Acevedo is not with us. Mr. Campbell?
Here.
Dr. Kraft?
Here.
Mrs. DeFata?
Here.
Mr. Egan? Mr. England? Mrs. Dysart?
Here.
Dr. Lewis? Mr. Long?
Here.
Mr. Nikosha? Mr. Warner?
Thank you, Ms. Voce. First item on the agenda are community concerns. Ms. Benazat? Thank you.
Judy.
Okay. Today we have Ms. Judy McShann, and she's here to speak about teacher retirement. Good afternoon, Judy.
Hey, everybody. It's with heavy heart that I'm coming here to talk to you about this. I hope I can get through without getting emotional. I did that twice already. It should be done, but it seems not to be. But I'm coming to talk to you about, one, teacher retirement. I have been having health problems, and I'm having trouble teaching full-time. I can teach part-time. Through the medicines and everything they've been giving me, I sleep 12 hours a day, and after the holiday, I had the flu, and then I come back one day and caught the flu again, so I've 10 days, I missed 5. So my sick days are down, and I went to see Mr. Granberry to see what my options were, and we couldn't do retire, rehire, we couldn't do extended sick leave, so the only option left is retirement. So basically we're being forced to retire. I'm not ready to quit teaching altogether, but then I checked into the retirement system, hence teacher retirement. And I called the lady 3 times. Paul still doesn't have my paperwork because I just cannot. You know me, if I think there's a way I can get around it or do something else, I'm going to try. And I've talked to her several times, and she just gives me the same thing. The teacher retirement laws have been changed in the last 2-3 years. And so when I retire, I cannot teach anywhere for an entire year. Then when I come back, I can teach, if it's in a critical need area, you can teach what you need to be able to teach, and they won't, like, dock your pay. But if I teach like a substitute teacher pay, you can teach 25% of your retirement salary, and then that's all you can get. They'll start taking it away from your retirement for whatever you make beyond that. So that was one hit. Then the next thing was, as a retiree, I can no longer be president of SBAE. I cannot sit on their committees. I have to resign from my LAE Board of Directors seat. I can still sit on the legislative committee over there because they do have retirees. And I plan to do that because we need to do something for retired teachers as far as coming back. I understand the pendulum went back. It was basically because teachers were being retired, rehired, and getting 2 salaries. But if the way they have it now, you can't get any salary. So if I wanted to teach part-time at Nunez, I cannot. If I wanted to go to civil service for the state, I cannot. Anything with TRSL, they will stop your retirement check, which really floored me. So we definitely have to do something because we have a lot of experience out there that we may still need. I am a certified physics highly qualified certified physics teacher, was a physics teacher resource agent. I am a certified dual enrollment process technology instructor for, I could teach at Nunez or I could teach at Chalmette High. So with all of those things, you think that I would be able to go somewhere else. Well, every technical college is TRSL. So I don't know. I'm not ready to do this, but I'm going to do it because I have to. And I will turn in the required paperwork to Mr. Granberry because at this point there's nothing else I can do. But I wanted to let you all know what was going on. I just didn't want to disappear off the surface. As far as the association, you will still have the leadership at this point. Dennis is the vice president. Technically, I can still be president until I sign my first retirement check, cash it. But we will have elections, and you'll see the leadership. And I wanted to thank this board, which I have high respect for. And I really think it was because of the contract and negotiations for us. We didn't always see eye to eye. We listened to each other, but all of us did best what we thought was best for the system, and I really think that's why the system is as good as it has been. And I hope y'all continue to do that, work with them, and communicate, and we all work together to do what's best for our students. I could have stayed in the classroom and then just called in sick and got docked, but I couldn't do that to my students. It was hard enough. The reason you didn't see me here before this is that I was trying to keep up with my students in the classroom. They were first. And I had to do what I needed to do. I took Compass, they deducted points for whatever, and it didn't matter because it was the kids in the classroom that mattered. And now I cannot do what I need to do for them, so this is the best thing that I guess is for everybody. So I wanted to tell you what was going on. Not to say that you won't see me popping in and out, and and popping in. I could still be in the association, I just cannot hold office. So I'll still be around, My love for the kids and education isn't going to change because I'm retiring. So I just wanted to let you know. And thank y'all, and I will be around.
Judy, thank you for letting us all know what is going on with you. And I know I'm very sorry to hear that you were retiring, and sorry to hear that you have been ill. You have been a very, very valuable teacher, and I know you've touched the lives of many. And you have
33 years worth.
Throughout the years, how many years has it been?
33.
33. And I know it is with a heavy heart that you're retiring, and we're sorry to see you retire. But as you said, if it's best for you and best for your students if you've been ill. But we will miss you definitely, and you have been a leader with the Teachers Association, and you've been very valuable in more ways than one, and an asset to our district, and to all the teachers and to all the students that you've taught. And we hope you do maintain your status, especially on a legislative committee, so maybe we can change those retirement laws.
Oh, definitely. I will be
so that
checking
our
on
valued,
it, I assure you.
Good. So our valued teachers who do retire, that they can at least participate
Right.
in
Because we have
part-time
so
teaching or teaching, at a community college, and to be able to use your skill and your ability to help students.
Thank you.
So anyway, want to wish you a happy retirement, and I know it's
I'll be around.
Yeah, but and to thank you sincerely for all of your
You are so
dedicated service,
You're welcome.
and thank you for being a friend of St. Bernard Parish Public Schools and to our whole system. Thank you,
Glad to be a part of it.
Ms. Voce.
Yeah. I was going to save this for the the personnel piece of this, but I've known Judy the entire 33 years.
Yes, you have.
She has been teaching with us because I was teaching at Shellman High School when she first arrived as a science teacher there, and when she began teaching physics and I was doing the advanced math, we taught all the same kids. There's one thing I can always say about Judy. Judy is one of the hardest working, among the hardest working teachers that we have in the school system. Nothing was ever too much trouble for her to do. She put in tremendous amounts of time, hours, and her major focus was always what is best for the kids that we taught. And I know that's been in her heart for years and years, ever since I've known her, because when we were colleagues teaching, we had many discussions about that as we taught the kids together. Another thing, and I hope she's still able to do that, and she gets herself together and in terms of every Friday night at the football
The
games.
nacho queen,
You know,
yes.
we were,
The return is the nacho
we
queen.
worked the concession stands together. Judy still goes and works the concession stand every Friday night on the visitor side.
Yes.
She's a stalwart there and has given countless numbers of hours of free time. So not only just with the union issues and the teachers, but more importantly for all of us, her major focus has been the kids and what is good for them and what she could contribute in that way. So she was there with them in classes and then extracurricular activities and working the concession stands, which is not the most glamorous of positions and things. These are the kinds of things when you really care and are concerned that when you show up to do at a school, because it's really tough getting people to do that. So Judy, you know, I just want to, I have the utmost respect for you and thank you for everything that you have done, and we still expect to see you around. Maybe the first year on a voluntary basis, and then maybe who knows what.
Right.
So anything that we can do for you personally or professionally, you know I'm there, and you know we're there for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Long?
Judy, you know, you and I go back quite a few years.
Yes, we have, Mr. Long.
I can remember in the early days of the union organizing,
Yeah.
we had some rough times. I mean, I know Diana can remember those.
Yes, we did.
But especially since you took over as the lead, one of the leaders and the main leader now, it's things have the relationship between the board and the union has been fantastic. The cooperation is just
It was a
unbelievable.
We have gotten to
And
that.
I appreciate that. In other words, you guys, even though you might not agree with everything, you always found a professional way to handle things and to iron out any differences so that for the betterment of the school system and for the kids.
Right.
And we appreciate that.
Thank you so
We're going to miss you, and as far as your
I'll
medical
be bopping in,
issues,
who knows?
I hope
I'll
your
have a
medical
lot of
issues
time.
I hope your medical issues will
I
work
hope they
themselves
straighten
out,
up, too.
and we'll be praying for you in
Yeah,
that
once they
regard.
straighten out, I'm really going to be upset.
But thanks for all your hard work and dedication.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
Dr. Kraft?
Thank you, Ms. Dysart. Judy, it's been a pleasure seeing you as a professional all these years, and your focus was always on students, and it's you taught in a science area in physics, and you have a great deal of apprehension when you're a student when you get to those higher level science courses. So you were able to sort of calm down that apprehension of students and focus on their needs, make a difference in their lives. And you probably as time goes on, you will have students that come back and say, what a difference you made in
Some of
in
them
their
do.
lives after they became an adult. So we wish you the best as far as your health, and you need to definitely take care of yourself and look back and say, well, that issue is done with, and then look professionally what you can do for students. And you've been a very able person in working with the legislature and also representing what you felt very strongly about the interest of teachers and their benefits and needs. And and thus also with the students, because that was always in the back of your mind, and that focus, it's shown like the sun. And we appreciate you, and we will miss you, but we hope to see you around. I hope to see you more at church there. So we certainly will lift your health problems up in our prayers as time goes on. And we just thank you and appreciate what you've dedicated and committed to St. Bernard, and that does make a difference, and that's ongoing in the lives of students as they grow up, finish school, and become adults.
Yeah, 'cause
Thank
some
you
of our
very much.
students are coming back. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Mr. Fata?
Thank you, Ms. Dicewhite. Well, Judy, we certainly are going to miss you, and I know that we're going to miss your dedication and your experience in the classroom and what you bring to the students, and always put your students first. And I'm going to miss seeing you here, because where am I going to get my Marlene updates? I mean, you
Well, we
know.
may come back in and pop in.
Bring her with you next time. Bring her with you next time. But we'll miss you around here. It's been a pleasure knowing you. I know I haven't known you as long as some of the other members, but really appreciate all your hard work with the union and in the school system. And I can say that if there's anybody that's going to be on that legislative delegation that'll get something done with changing some of the retirement laws, it's going to be you, especially if you're well.
Yes.
Wait, you
Yes,
haven't seen
we're always
anything.
better
when
when
you
we're well.
when you get all the way recovered, they in for a tough time there. But yeah, we need to change some of these things, because we can't have our teachers who retire and decide to move on and do something else, or kind of chart a new course in their life, a different path now, but then to lose all of that experience and knowledge at any level, whether it would go on to a college level or somewhere else. We want to have that for our students as they grow and go on and move on. So we will miss you, and it's been a pleasure working with you, and keep us up to date on everything.
Well,
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay. Thanks again, Judy, and good luck, and our best wishes for your
Yep.
illness, that you get
Play-
well. And
do my
again,
thing.
thank you for your many, many years of dedicated service to our students.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. It's been a pleasure working with
It's a
you,
pleasure working with y'all, too.
and we look to see you around.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next item of the agenda, election of officers. And based on our policy, board policy manual, every year we elect officers, the president and vice president. And we also have a policy that the presidency has a 2-year term limit, and the vice presidency has a 2-year term limit. So that means that we need to elect a new president and a new vice president. So at this time, is there a motion to open the floor for the office of presidency? Mr. England.
Yeah, I'd like to open up the floor for the election of officers. And at this time, I'd like to go ahead and make I'd like to present a board member that's been active for the board on the local level and the state level. And I think we'll do a fantastic job, so I'd like to nominate Dr. Hugh Craft.
I'm sorry.
I'll second.
Okay. Oh, yeah, Mike wasn't on. Let's open the floor
Okay, we'll
first.
open the floor.
Okay. Is there a motion to open the floor at this time?
That's fine.
There's a motion by Mr. England, seconded by Mr. Fata. Okay, the floor is now open for nominations. Mr. England.
Right, I'll just repeat what I just said as far as that goes. We have a board member that's been very active on the local level and on the state level, and I think he's going to do a fantastic job. So at this time, I'd like to nominate Dr. Hugh Craft.
Okay, there's a motion to nominate Dr. Kraft, seconded by Mr. Long. Okay, are there any other nominations? Is there a motion to close the floor at this time?
I move the nomination be closed.
Okay, there's a motion by Mr. Campbell, seconded by Mr. Egan, I'm sorry.
I
All
don't
in
get
favor
any
of the motion?
recognitions.
Please cast your votes.
Motion passes 10-0.
And Dr. Kraft, congratulations. You are now the new president.
What, the third time around should be a charm.
Piece of cake now.
Congratulations, Dr. Kraft.
Thank you very much. I
We appreciate it.
Appreciate your confidence that you've given me, and we will continue to keep the focus on the students, because that's what it's all about. Their educational opportunities that we provide them will pay dividends in their lives for years to come. And we just have them for a little while, and we want to make best use of our policies and the things that we do for these students that they will long remember having passed through the St. Bernard Parish Public School System.
Thank you, Dr. Kraft, and again, congratulations. And I will hand the meeting over to you as the new president.
Okay, at this point, we will have a motion to open the floor for Vice President. Do we have a motion to open?
I'll motion to open.
Okay, Mr. Long, second by Dr. Henderson. So do I hear, well, we should vote on that, I believe. All in favor of opening for Vice President, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Any opposed? So the ayes have it. So the floor is now open for nomination for Vice President. Mr. Long.
I'd like to nominate Ms. Diana Dysart as Vice President.
Second.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Do we have any other nominations, or do I hear a motion to close the nominations?
Move the nomination be closed.
Okay.
Seconded.
Nominations passed and seconded. So all in favor of Ms. Dysart as Vice President for this coming term?
No,
Please.
close the vote on
Both. Okay. You had to be my parliamentarian in the social
Straight.
So it's a motion to close it, so signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, any opposed for the record? Okay, so it's closed. And now we can vote the machines for Ms. Dysart as the next Vice President.
Motion passes 10-0.
Thank you, and congratulations, and we certainly appreciate your services this past two-year term as president, Ms. Dysart. You're a valuable member of the board, and you're always willing to step forward to do things for the board. So congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Kraft. I appreciate it. And thank you, board members, for your vote of confidence. And I thank you for having, thank you so much for, it's been an honor and pleasure to serve in past 2 years as your president. And I do appreciate that, you've elected me to be your vice president. And as Dr. Kraft said, this board works very closely with the administration to do what's best for our students in the school system. 1 second. Okay. And I also would like to thank Mr. England, who has served as vice president these past 2 years. It was a pleasure working with you, Mr. England. You were always very ready and able to assist in any way that you could, and I thank you for your service as vice president the last 2 years. And again, I look forward to working with Dr. Kraft and the entire board and administration for the betterment of our school system. Thank you again.
Thank you, Ms.
And
Dysart.
I guess we should change spots, huh?
Yeah, we could take a little
Okay.
break.
Well,
Take a short recess.
yeah, let's take a short recess and we'll change. I'll pick up the gavel in case I need it. I don't think I will. But
Where you go? Just push down. You mean I gotta sit by you another 2 years?
Oh, my. Okay, we're back on.
Okay. All right. Let's come out of the recess and get back to business. We appreciate this board. This board is always acting in the form of teamwork, and I'm certainly glad as officers to have Miss Dysart by my side. She will do a great job. She's had a tremendous amount of experience in leading the school board over the years, and you know, the idea of team, together everyone achieves more. So that's what we want to continue, that focus, and we want to continue keeping the students and their benefits in focus before our eyes throughout everything that we attempt to do. We've come a long way since Katrina, when everything was devastated, and all of us have seen tremendous progress. But of course, that wouldn't have been possible without a great administrative team. So the administrative team and the school board, we worked in concert over the years, and we want to continue that, because what we do positively for the students is long lasting, and that will make a difference. Now, we do have some challenges ahead, and we want to be able to focus on those for the benefit not only of our staff and our teaching corps, but most of all our students, because there's always someone that's got what they think is a better process, and they always blanket it in reform. And I found that over the years that just because someone wants to reform an idea or change, that's not always the best route to go. And the best route sometimes is those people that's in the trenches, and they know what works and they know what does not work. And of course, we always need to keep our ear to the sounding board and listen to the people that's putting it in effect. And if we go too fast sometimes in reform, we make errors, and it's not for the benefit of the students. So we want to continue. That's what St. Bernard School Board has always been about, tweaking and making things better. Because, you know, if we hadn't had some reform and changes over the years, we'd have an abacus for every student in the classroom. And then people would be jumping up and down and say, we need change, we need reform. But we as a board, and that goes back prior to all of us, they did not wait. They tweaked things, and if it wasn't working, they changed. And change is the only thing constant that we're going to be faced with. So we want to move forward with that in mind. We'll move the agenda now. Item 6, motion to authorize the new elected school board president to sign on the school board checking accounts on behalf of the board.
So moved.
Do it. Okay. We have a motion and a second. Vote you, Mr. Sheen, if you affirmed it. Vote otherwise if you're not.
Motion passes 10-0.
Okay. So item 7, motion to incorporate the minutes of the January 2014 General Committee meeting into the minutes of the January 2014 regular monthly meeting. Do I have a
So
motion?
moved.
Mr. Campbell, second by Mr. Warner. Okay. Any questions about the minutes before we vote? If not, vote your machines.
Motion passes 10-0.
Agenda item 8, motion to approve the minutes of the October 22nd, 2013 regular monthly meeting minutes as published on December the 13th, 2013 and December the 20th, 2013. Okay, do we have a motion to that?
So moved.
Okay, Ms. Dysart, second by Mr. Campbell. Vote your machines.
Motion passes 10-0.
Agenda item 9, request for something, RFQ for paving of Davies parking lot. And there was no recommendation from the committee. Mr. Voce, do you have any information on
Carey.
that? Mr. Carey, I have that. Mr. Carey.
With the board's permission, we went out for an RFQ for the Davies, repairs to the Davies parking lot and entrance drive. FEMA has given us a certain amount of money to repair half of the entrance drive and the two parking lots, two of the original parking lots that we kept. So we went out for RFQ. We had 3 respondents: S&B Infrastructure, Schrank, Endem, and Flanagan, and Royal Engineering Possibilities. So myself, Susan Roth on my staff, and Ronnie Alonso scored the RFQs, and the highest score went to Schrank, Endem, and Flanagan, who we recommend for this job. They're an engineering firm, and we've worked with them in the past, so they've been a very good firm.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Carey. Mr. Carey and everyone's in sync on that. Do I have a motion to approve this paving? Okay, Mr. England made a motion. Mr. Egan seconded. Any questions of Mr. Carey at this time relative to this? Okay. Mr. Patton. Mr. Patton. Ms. Dodson.
Thank you, Dr. Kraft. Mr. Carey, you said that this company has done work for us previously.
Yes.
Which sites have they done
Actually,
work for?
3 of the architects have used them as their structural engineer. They did, they're doing Chalmette High School right now. They did Lacoste. They did the new Lacoste, the 9th grade academy. They've done a number of the buildings for us. They did Goche.
Okay.
So they've done a lot of work for us. And we have also we've called on them in the past to help us out, like go out to the job and look at things on jobs that aren't even theirs, and they've always done it without charge to the board. So they're, I like them very much, and I like to use them.
Okay, great. I just wanted to know an
But yeah,
idea
they
of
did
the
a
other
lot of
projects.
jobs with us.
All right, thank
3
you.
of our architects have used them as their primary engineer on the jobs.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Kraft.
Okay, Ms. Dodson.
Thank you, Dr. Kraft. I had a question about cost. Where the cost? There's nothing here about cost.
It's going
For
to be,
that
well,
particular
you mean their fee or
vendor.
how much the job is going to run? The
Both.
fee will be the normal state fee. It'll be the state curve. And because this is like a $230,000 job, I don't know exactly what the fee is, but it's a sliding scale, so
Okay.
it'll be in the 7% range.
Okay. And FEMA is reimbursing us
Yes,
the entire
Yes.
project, correct? Okay. Thank you.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, so this will need a vote for the request for a quote for paving the Davies parking lot. Do we have a motion? So moved, Ms. Tasha? Oh, we did. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's, yeah, we were just taking discussion. Okay, the 2 E's made that, so let's vote your machines. Yeah, we double.
Motion passes
Double
10-0.
dip in there.
Thank you.
That would make it 4.
Double motion.
Yeah, it's been a while since I sat up here. What's that? 4 years? Item 10, motion to approve the annual technology plan in readiness for park assessments. And there was a recommendation by the committee.
Second.
Okay. Motion by Mr. Long, second by Dr. Henderson. Okay. Any questions relative to this? Okay. Hearing none, vote your machine.
Motion passes 10-0.
Okay, Mr. Granberry, we review the personnel changes for January 2014. That was a recommendation by the committee, except the new ones on the list.
And the 4 changes are highlighted, and we do have to have a vote on the second page. Changes that require board action, a leave of absence, and 2 leave of absences.
Okay, any questions on the first part of that? We'll take the second part. of course, we've already recognized Ms. Machine in the retirement. We appreciate her commitment and dedication over the years, which has made a tremendous difference for students in St. Bernard Parish, and more specifically, Chalmette High School.
Dr. Brown?
Yes.
I make a motion that we accept personnel changes.
Okay. We, on the first part, I think we just received those, right? We received those, and then let's
He's making on
look.
the second
Right.
part.
Okay.
That's what I'm making a motion on.
Okay, the second part, this requires board act, this is a 2 leaves without pay. You want to address that a little more with us, sir, Mr.
Okay, well,
Cranberry?
the teacher had a baby, and, you know, once her leave ran out, she decided to take a leave without pay for the rest of the year because it's her first baby and my 4th grandchild, so
Okay, well,
that's my daughter.
that's it.
And
Yeah, that is.
she took off the rest of the
Well,
year,
hey,
and we've
she-
replaced her.
She deserves it.
Yes,
Paul.
yeah. And the second one is Cindy Fernatovich's daughter, who's an aide, who took the leave to student teach. She's student teaching right now. So she's going to be a teacher at the end of this semester.
Okay, thank you for that clarification. Ms. Fauci.
And the only thing I wanted to mention before we leave this item on the top part, and I know we said something at the committee meeting, and we talked about Ms. McShannon retiring, and we also have Arthur Miller retiring from our maintenance department, and I know we did mention that at the committee meeting, but there's another gentleman who has made a tremendous contribution to this school system and has been with us for many, many, many years, and really is one of the people, the backbone of the maintenance department, and it is, we wish him extremely well in his retirement. And, you know, Mr. Miller has been, stayed with us through the storm, an integral part of our coming back, and I just can't say enough good things about him and the contribution he has made to the children and to the St. Bernard Parish School System family. So I wanted to wish him well in his retirement as well.
Absolutely. Well deserved. Okay, so do we have a motion?
I'll second Ms.
on the,
Dysart's
second
motion.
part of the personnel changes that require board action?
I'll second Ms. Dysart's motion that she
Okay, we
made
have
for
a
that.
motion and a second. Any other questions before we go to the vote? Okay, if not, vote your machines. Thank you, Mr. Cranberry.
Motion passes 10-0.
Agenda item 12, motion to approve the resolution stating the date, time, and place for the 2014 General Committee and regular monthly meetings, and that was recommended by the committee. If I can find that resolution. Let me
Do you
borrow
want
it.
to read it in 2 minutes?
Yeah, we'll read it into the minutes. The resolution reads thus so. Whereas Title 17 requires local school boards to hold at least one regular monthly meeting and that public written notice of meetings be given, and whereas Act 707 of the 1977 Louisiana Legislature exempts local school boards from having to give written notice of each regular meeting by adopting a resolution establishing the date, time, and place of regular meetings, and whereas the Louisiana School Boards Association has recommended that all school boards in the state of Louisiana adopt a resolution to this effect, and that the resolution be given appropriate written public notice. Therefore, be it resolved that the St. Bernard Parish School Board hereby establish 6 p.m. on the second Tuesday of each month for the calendar year 2014 to meet as a committee of the whole for a general committee meeting, and 6 p.m. on the fourth Tuesday of each month for the calendar year 2014 to meet for its regular monthly board meeting, with the following exception: April the 22nd, 2014, Easter holidays. In this case, the board will meet on April the 15th, 2014 for its regular monthly meeting. November the 25th, 2014, Thanksgiving holidays. In this case, the board will meet on November the 18th, 2014 for its regular monthly board meeting, and December the 23rd, 2014, Christmas holidays. In this case, the board will meet December the 16th, 2014 for its regular monthly board meeting, and be it resolved that said meetings will be conducted in the St. Bernard Parish School Board Office, 200 East St. Bernard Highway, Chalmette, Louisiana, and that an agenda will be posted 24 hours prior to a meeting, and be it further resolved that written public notice will be given at least 24 hours in advance of any change in a date, time, place of regular meetings, and be it resolved further that this resolution will be posted in the St. Bernard Parish School Board Office, and the copies will be forwarded to the local newspapers. Do we have a motion? Or you would like to join acclamation? All right, all in favor of joint acclamation signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Nay? Okay. The ayes have it. Okay, item 13, items to be placed on the agenda of next committee meeting, and you have a little time for that if you'd like to call Ms. Shelby relative to items to be placed on the agenda. At this time, we'll ask for the superintendent's recommendations or whatever she wants to say.
I have nothing to add at this point. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, a good question.
The situation with the schools for tomorrow.
Okay, we are going to make a decision sometime this afternoon. We're still checking in terms of bridge and road closures. Throughout St. Bernard Parish, things look pretty good. We have been checking in all of our schools, and the schools are operational and ready to accept students at this point. The weather conditions, there may be another hard freeze tonight, which is something that we do have to check on, and a lot will depend upon the bridges and arteries coming into the parish. So once we get that information a little bit later this afternoon, we will make that decision probably by about 3 this afternoon. And then we'll get that word out to the media outlets, and we will make one of the calls to the system for all of our employees and our students.
With that, I move we adjourn.
Okay, motion second. All in favor of adjournment, say aye. Aye. Okay, we stand adjourned.